you get hit by the face, you get hit by the football, you get hit by the fist, and if you don't jump when the fist hits the ground, you get shocked. Like, there's too much shit going on. Everything I say is based on my own opinions and experience. I'm not speaking for the public, and my feedback should be treated as such. You are watching Nico Evaluates. With 26 years of experience on Mega Man games, 7 years of doing the No Miss Buster Only challenge, and countless Snupster Races, as well as being the QA tester for Mega Man Unlimited, I'm here to tell you my honest opinions on different Mega Man games, so sit tight and learn. Hello people and welcome back to Nico Evaluates Mega Man 10. Well, Pump Man was a bit of a poor robot master, so let's see what Solar Man has to offer. This is quite a cool stage as well, I can't deny that. Solar Man himself can be a bit difficult if you don't know how he works. As with everything. Background is very bright, like Jesus Christ. Could lay off the brightness a little bit. That introduction there is quite good. And it's easy to hit, although you're not gonna see what it does if you kill it like that. You are gonna see it later though, you are gonna find out. Another introduction here. These are quite okay, and now you're gonna probably see what it does, it multiplies. So you better be fast at killing it if you need to. These first screens though, you can just run and not kill anything. But it's a good place to practice, even though it makes you drop a little bit. So these lamps can only be hurt when they are red or orange. And that attack doesn't do too much damage. I like the enemy design, it's pretty fun. Kind of a lamp. Now you bring up the ante by combining enemies. Not bad, although I would have preferred an introduction to the tackle fire sooner. But that's fine. Gotta have some challenge in your game. I like this part. Flows very well, something that Mega Man 9 does as well. This stage as well feels a lot like Mega Man 9. So that's good. You can get the 1-up though, but you have to get rid of these first. And of course the lamp comes back. Basically you just want to wait here and hit them. Don't just look at them, just hit them. That's a good 1-up crab. Meat boss. Forgot their names, doesn't matter. You can hit them when they are just chilling. I'm not sure if chill spikes actually freeze them. See, it's not that good of a weapon. It should definitely stop enemies. See, every enemy should, or most enemies at least, should be encased in ice with that weapon, but that's just not the case. I can showcase the weapons a little bit more. The water shield is a good shield, blocks most things, as you can see, even these things, which I would not think that it would, and you can fire it off like that. That's a very nice, a good shield. Go watch my weapons video as well, I'll link it at the top right, if you're not familiar with it. I explained the shield in a bit of a detail there as well. Not a bad mid boss, can be easily learned. Just when you try to hit the bottom one, it can sometimes just hit you if you're too close, but that's a bit your own fault. Think this stage does a good job of teaching us and at the same time providing challenge. It's not an easy stage by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not too ridiculous either. I like how it familiarized us with these conveyor belts as well, and the arrows are very nice. It's very clean looking. It flows very nicely and explains everything to us, but at the same time being hard enough. It doesn't hold our hand, which some fan games do a bit too much. Good, you can jump over that lamp, it's not too big, so you have some choice there as well. Energy there if you so desire, but you have to repeat that section, which not a big problem. This part is kind of like you have to learn it, but once you do, you can just get rid of that screen quite fast. E-tank. You could use the commando bomb as well and just grab it from here. So those screens are just fine, a bit of a challenge though. That's fine. The game can be hard and fun at the same time. Mega Man 10 does do a good job of having a bit of a hard game, but at the same time it's well designed, so it doesn't matter if it's hard. Kinda like Mega Man Unlimited. That's the stage. I think it's a bit on the short side. I'm not sure. So that is the stage. Solar Man, you are in for a difficult fight as a casual player. This guy will fucking wreck your ass. It's probably the hardest Robot Master in this game. You are going to want to shoot him, not the sun on top of his head, because this happens if you shoot the sun. He gets a super powerful shot. That is not something you want, because that hits like a fucking truck. That hits ridiculously hard. I'm just trying to hit it now. In my no miss, I go over how this guy works. It's quite unknown, actually, the way the sun works on top of his head. So essentially I treated shooting the sun as a miss. It doesn't make a sound, and sometimes you can shoot it like 10 times and it gets big, while other times you can shoot it like 3 times and it gets big. That was 2. And then 3, 4, 5, and now it's big. When other times you can just hammer it and now it's big already. I think it's on a timer of some sort. Like the more you hit it under 2 seconds or something, it just gets big. And the more you space out your shots, it takes more time for it to get big. It's something like that. And thus you should consider shooting the sun a miss. Because you'll never know if you did actually damage the sun or not. But that's that. That's basically how Solar Man works. Now, how would you tackle this then? Take your time. Carefully plan every move. Because the more times you hit the sun, the more problems you'll have. If you get close, he'll hit you, which is quite fun. Look at this. Bam. That is actually quite fun. That's a good move for a Robot Master. If you get too close, they're like, fuck you. Kinda like Pharaoh Man from the Ruby Spears cartoon. Now I've got your power! Fuck you. Punches you in the fucking face. I like that move. Pharaoh Man is quite perfect if you ask me. Quite the hard one. But you have to have that hard boss in your game. And with the weakness, it's quite a bit easier. But we're not gonna use any weaknesses. We're here to evaluate how this works. And as I already know, I like it. The stage layout is very well done. That's bad, don't do that. I like how the stage flows and different terrains it has, different blocks you can go on top of. It allows for very precise movement. It's very well thought out. If this was just a flat room, this boss fight would suck ass. But because the room is shaped like this, it's very good. It's not too hard to do a no miss on this if you just pay attention. Doing a bit of a dance with Solar Man. Solar Man gets my seal of approval, it's very fun. You can have fun with Mega Man 10, it's just those small things that can irritate your ass. And the flow is not as good. The game makes you stop quite a lot, and it makes you retreat and go back, and it also requires some prior knowledge of where everything is to have a fluent experience, and even then you just get fucked in the ass anyway sometimes. It's just one of those games that I never got good at.
You just did a good job on Solar Man.
You know what I mean. How about Strike Man then? This is probably the weirdest stage in the game. This stage doesn't feel at all like a Mega Man game. Actually, a stage like this was in Tailspin on the NES. Quite a similar stage. You were also in a stadium watching baseball. Or I think you even fought a baseball in Tailspin. Yes, I think you did. Quite the arc. It follows you as well. So if you stay still, he's gonna alter his curve. It's a pitcher enemy, it's quite cool. Just the stage is very strange. Like, why would they do such a stage? It just doesn't feel right for some reason. This enemy is colored differently and it works differently, which is nice. Things I always talk about. Bit of a homing shot. I like that. Color your enemies different if they are different. Mega Man 10 does this right. Why is there a black pixel on each of these steps? Attention to detail. I'm not sure why it's black. I guess it's going to... I guess it's trying to be like the NES games where everything transparent was usually black. But come on, why just one pixel? It looks dirty as fuck. The lockers can just sometimes appear right on top of you like that. Have to know each of their locations to have fun with that part. And they will come back as well, that was just an introduction. Spine, awkward placement. That doesn't bother us though. You can drop down the ladder at your own pace, unless you let go before coming to the screen. Here's the meat boss. There will be 2 of these. Kind of a hard. Meat bosses are usually not this difficult. This guy is though. That's the problem with this. You do want to shoot that football to have an easier time. If you don't, you're most likely dead. It's a bit of a hard one. I still suck at that. I just suck at this game. I'm terribly sorry. There's nothing I can do. I've played this game to fucking death already, and I still suck at this game. I don't know what to say. Also, if you stand on the wrong part of that fist, you'll most likely get damaged by the head. Look at this. If you touch the head, you die. Isn't that a bit too much? Like, I can understand getting crushed by the chin and the platform. That I can understand, but why the fuck do you get hit from the side? It's already quite difficult. Why make it so difficult that it's infuriating? Any beginner is begging for a weapon on that mid boss, and there's 2 of them. The second one is even more crazy. But let's talk about that when we get there. So what you wanna do is shoot the football. There we go. And you have to shoot it twice. Why twice? Why not just shoot it once? I accidentally one pass it. Oh well. If you're good at mashing, you get rid of him quite fast. I guess that's a good demonstration anyway. Well, that's something. Differently colored ball pitching machine things. I guess it's kinda cool how the football bounces differently every other bounce. That's fine. Good that the game colors enemies differently if they work differently. This ball always does the same thing. So that's your learning experience there. Walking on basketball hoops. I'm not sure why they are solid. Mega Man seems to have no problem just walking on top of them. These spines are a bit of a dipshit placement, but it's not too bad. And this I never understood. You shoot footballs so that they go up with their jetpack. How does that work? They were definitely smoking something when they came up with this stage. So strange. How does this make any sense? I don't know. And such an enemy placement. You just wanna kill it. I don't know what it's doing there. You have 2 choices here. Either do this or shit. Or shoot them and just keep going. Such a weird mechanic. Never liked it. It doesn't feel clean. It doesn't feel like something you should be doing. That's strange, ain't it? How you break your leg, just like in Mega Man 9. Oh well, I like doing it this way because it's a bit faster, I think. I'm not sure, but it feels more clean. 1-up kinda teaches you how you can do it this way as well. Here's the other meat boss. Get fucked, kid. Holy shit. Now you can't be anywhere near the sides or the top corners. That's basically what you have to do. Oh, fucking football. I have never met anyone who likes this. Like, everyone I've talked to hates this boss, and I can see why. Such a clusterfuck, it's too hard. Sure, challenge is good, but holy hell, there's so many things. You get hit by the face, you get hit by the football, you get hit by the fist, and if you don't jump when the fist hits the ground, you get shocked. Like, there's too much shit going on. Think you could lay off one of these things. Oh, and I didn't mention the electricity at the side. Holy hell. This thing can hit you like 10 different ways. It's just way too difficult, and you have to be way too precise going up the fist. It's way too precise. Holy fuck. That is just not good. Man, what a meat boss. And now you just have to keep shooting because you never know where the lockers will appear. Gonna have to be fast enough, and they don't even have any animation. When they shoot, there's nothing. The face is just there. The mouth is not closed or open, depending on when it shoots. It's just not animated at all. That's like fan game tier shit. You should always animate your enemies. Quite perplexed why that is. Like, look at this. You have to know they're there. There's just no other way around it. You'll get hit otherwise. For some reason, they also stay dead once you kill them. Like that, they're not gonna come back. Very strange enemies. This stage is probably one of the stages from the official games that doesn't really feel like a Mega Man stage. I'm not sure what this is a reference to other than Tailspin. It has to be a Tailspin reference. I can't think of anything else. This one I never understood. Or quite understood. Can you actually get up there? I've never been able to do it. And then every time you get punished when you fuck that up. Placements. Placements. You can get there, holy hell, that's precise. Good price though, but then you always scroll those things back. I guess that's fine, it's a good challenge. And it's your own fault for fucking up, I suppose. There we go. What a stage. Wow. Fucking achievements, I hope you could turn those off. I don't give a hell. Strike Man can start his pattern with two different sorts of patterns. One where he jumps low and one where he jumps high, and that's gonna make the fight a little bit different, I suppose. Well, not really, but it's kind of a different pattern than... You want to follow the ball, but you also want to follow the ball. That's the problem. Effectively, you have to dodge both things, but as you get good with it, it's not that big of a problem. I would keep my eye on the small ball, and I would not look at the Robot Master. He always does the same kind of jumps. So when he gets to the middle, you should go under him, because otherwise you're too late. If you don't go under him when he's in the middle, you are gonna get hit, most likely anyway. That's the best strategy I found. So he's getting in the middle now, and on the second jump, there we go, we should go under him. He works just like one of those pitching machines, where every other jump he does is kind of different. And okay, there we go. That's how Strike Man works. It's just a ball. People were like, isn't Sheep Man dumb? Look at Sheep Man, it's a fucking sheep. Well, look at this, it's a fucking ball. It's a baseball of an enemy. This is the dumbest Robot Master in this game, if you ask me. It's so fucking dumb, in fact. I don't know about this. Sheep Man actually makes sense. Ever heard of dreaming of electric sheep? And it's an electric sheep. If you wanna know what that means, just Google it. That's the whole idea, that's the whole point. It's not just some random sheep, it actually has a meaning. If you don't know the meaning, then just go look it up. I don't feel like explaining it. Oh well, that's Strike Man. I like it, I like the boss fight. The boss fights in this game are quite good. Although there's some cheaters as well, like Commando Man, which I don't like. Shit. That's Strike Man. Fairly interesting if you ask me. The patterns are pretty well thought out, I find. I guess the stages could use more work. I guess that's a bit of... I guess that's what we can take out of this series, is that the stages need a bit of work, and the bosses are quite good. Just when you look at this game, Mega Man 9 just does everything so much better. It feels authentic, where this... I think this game feels a bit like a fan game for some reason. They weren't trying as hard. And it kinda shows.
Roll! Oh, it's you, Mega Man. Thanks to you, I was able to create a prototype cure.
Why do we suddenly have to click through the story ourselves? Like suddenly we have to do the work. Why not just scroll automatically? Once we have all the pieces to the machine, we can start mass producing the medicine. I think everything is going to be okay.
That's great news! I'll go back out there and get those missing pieces. Before you go, Mega Man, are you sure you're not suffering from any symptoms of Robo-Enza? No, I just got the clap!
If you agreed on what I said, leave a like. If you disagreed, leave a dislike. Catch you next time.